How manage soil health and farm productivity? To sustain the production to feed the increasing population, so there is need to monitor the soil health and farm productivity. As you know, all soil productivity and farm productivity is reducing due to many reasons as overcropping, crop rotation, continuous monocropping, continuous growing of crops, removing large quantity of soil nutrients, conventional tillage, excessive use of fertilizer, irrigation water, herbicide, insecticide, fungicides, erosion of soil, drainage, salinization, overgrazing, and climate change, etc. The purpose of soil health assessment is to manage the soil for sustainable production and to achieve sustainable productivity of the soil. Several strategies that can be used as number one, reduce soil disturbance at farmland and rangeland. On farmland, use the zero tillage practices, and in case of rangeland, follow the rotational grazing. Crop rotation practices on farmland. Crop rotation is a practice designed to minimize pests and disease, reduce chemical use, aid in building and maintaining healthy soil, and manage nutrient requirements, all which will maximize yield. Cover cropping practices to promote plant diversity and living roots on farmlands. Cover cropping is a helpful practice in improving the physical, chemical, and biological soil properties, optimizing nutrient use efficiency, and reducing the dependency of crops on external supplies of nutrient. Diversify production system on farmland and rangeland. A recent study found that the diversification of agriculture system helped to reduce social and ecological impacts, increase resilience to stressors and shocks, and promote social equity and ecological sustainability when compared to more simplified agricultural system. As rangelands become more economically developed with pastoral livelihoods, may diversify food security can improve and commercial livestock production expands, but wealth stratification widens. Add soil organic amendments at farmland and rangelands. You can add organic amendments for nutrients that benefit the plants you are growing, but organic matter like a well balanced compost will be just as good. There are two main types of soil amendments, organic and inorganic. Organic materials are amendments that are alive like plants. Inorganic materials are like volcanic rock. Organic amendments, materials of plant or animal origin that can be added to soil, such as manures, biosolids, green wastes, and compost, are applied to millions of acres of mesic or irrigated cropland each year, where they can boost soil carbon and fertility. Integrated livestock into cropping system at farmlands. Considerable research, however, has found that reintegrating animals into crop production systems yields considerable benefits in improved soil health, reduced risks associated with raising a single product, reductions in fertilizer input and animal feed cost, reduced labor and machinery cost, and increased carbon sequestration. Promote diverse plant species with different rooting depths at rangelands. Diverse plant species like those found in rangelands or different cover crops planted in croplands have diverse rooting depths, which support microbial diversity throughout the soil profile. Sustainable animal grazing practices at rangelands. Rangeland management is the practice of using sustainable grazing practices to maintain and improve the ecological, economic, and social conditions of rangelands. It involves the use of science based principles to manage livestock grazing, preserve and enhance soil health, maintain biodiversity, and protect water resources. Be patient for the results and don't expect positive change overnight at farmlands and rangeland. Sustainable farming to improve the farm productivity. A deep seated love of the land combined with a desire to enhance the productivity and health of farming soil, there is a need to develop a long-term focus on sustainable farming initiatives with steps taken towards implementing farming practices to improve the productivity of crops and pasture, minimize exposure to seasonal risk, enhance natural capital, and become a more sustainable, resilient, and financially prosperous farming business for present and for future generation. There is inevitable for self-replacing mixed livestock, including cattle, buffaloes, including traditional exotic sheep, bull, and cropping enterprises that incorporates the cattle seed stock business. Please subscribe it and like the channel to encourage for further information. Thanks.